Hi there guys, and welcome back to a brand new match review here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's 1-0 pre-season friendly win over QPR. That's right, it was the third time that Reading had come up against championship opposition, and Reading were able to secure their second win of pre-season over a championship team. That makes it 3 wins out of 4 this season in pre-season, and yeah, as much as I say pre-season doesn't matter in every single video, and I'll still stand by that comment in this game, it was good to see Reading go out there and put on a decent performance. Now, Reading's starting 11 for this team saw Joel Pereira starting off in goal, Tivonge Rashisha and Andre Garcia were the 2 wing-backs, while we saw Abraham Kanu and Amadou Mbenge playing in the centre-back positions. Lewis Wing, Charlie Savage and Ben Elliott were the 3 in the midfield, while we saw Femi Azeez, Kelvin Ehibachiman and Jaden Wareham as the front 3. Now, I thought Reading's performance in the first half wasn't as good as it was in the second half. Now, I actually thought QPR were the better side in the first half. As much as, again, we say that pre-season doesn't matter, so more importantly, it's about a fitness test. I thought QPR enjoyed the better spell of the first 45. I thought Joel Pereira was called into action quite a few times, but I actually thought Reading's 2 centre-backs were the standout players in the first half for me. I thought Mbenge and Kanu both had really solid performances, putting in strong challenges and breaking up play quite well. Now, QPR had most of their success down the wings, and more importantly, it was down the left-back position where Andre Garcia was positioned. Now, obviously, he is an under-18s player and is still yet to really have any taste of any first team or even under-21s action at the moment. He obviously had a big test. He came up against, I think it was Smith on the right-hand side for QPR. He was someone that was able to get in behind quite often and was quite dangerous in the first half. He actually ended up hitting the crossbar as well at one point. QPR also had a really big chance when Frey had his header saved by Joel Pereira. It was a good stop by Reading's number 1. El Gato was called into question quite a few times. He had a little bit of a shaky start with a clearance that fell straight to a QPR man, but apart from that, made some really solid stops. Now, Reading did have an opportunity as well in the first half. Jaden Wareham dragged his shot wide. Reading did have the first shot as well of the game. That was when Garcia absolutely skied a volley over the top of the crossbar. For the first 15-20 minutes, it was pretty much an even stalemate game, but after then you start to see QPR turn on the style, their press as well, and I just thought really QPR were the better side in the first half. Though second half absolutely didn't matter at all what happened in the first half. So in the 47th minute, Reading were able to go 1-0 up. A ball over the top was able to be found by Femi Azeez. He got the better of his man and he managed to slot the ball into the bottom corner. Now, I spoke a lot about Azeez missing these chances early on in the season so that he's able to get his purple patch and get his firing boots on. Well, he's able to find his firing boots straight away in pre-season. It's a good finish by Azeez, someone who sometimes isn't as calm and collected, or a good finisher, should I say, when he has these one-on-one chances, but I thought it was a really good finish by Azeez, and yeah, we were able to see Reading go 1-0 up. Reading did have a couple more chances as well in the game. One in particular came from when Azeez played a cross in. It took a deflection off, I think it was Powell at left back. After that, the ball then came into the middle, but Steve Cook, I think it was Steve Cook, sorry, my apologies, calling him Lewis Cook. Steve Cook had a defensive header that went over the crossbar from about 3 yards out. Sam Smith was just behind him, waiting and ready to pounce. He was a 63rd minute substitution alongside Michael Craig and Osho. The other subs came in the 73rd minute when Mamadou Kamara and Harvey Nibbs entered the pitch, and then Harley Dean replaced Abraham Kanu in the 89th minute. Now, QPR did have the ball in the back of the net themselves. Colley thought he had scored in the 75th minute, but he was adjudged to have been offside. He celebrated crazily and celebrated in front of the fans like it wasn't a pre-season game. I don't know if he's a youth team player for QPR and it was something where he made his first team debut, well, not his debut, but was stepping up to the first team for some of the first times in pre-season. But yeah, he went absolutely wild, celebrating, slapping the badge, giving it the whole Harvey Nibbs, the Berkshire Bellingham celebration. But yeah, he was judged to have been offside in the 75th minute of the game. QPR didn't create loads of opportunities, I don't think, in the second half. There was a couple of times where Pereira was called into action. The most noteworthy incidences really in the second half was when Charlie Savage had a bit of handbags with, I think it was against Smith, the QPR player, called into action all of the players on the pitch. Mbenge and Clark Salter Salter, more importantly, they were beefing, should we say. Handbags were given on the pitch. It's not what we like to see in pre-season, but Savage's tackle was described as quite poor by the QPR commentator. Personally, I didn't actually see it. I was like halfway through coming out of work and watching the game on my phone at the time. But yeah, Charlie Savage getting into a bit of a scrap, getting a yellow card in pre-season. And there was a little bit of handbags as well in the 90th minute. Sam Smith and once again the QPR number 6, Clark Salter, getting into it. Sam Smith picking himself up a booking as well as Azeez. But look, if QPR are rattled by Reading early on in pre-season, I don't know how much chances they stand for the season. I completely joke about that. I think QPR will more than comfortably survive. I think the manager for QPR did a really good job last year. I think his win percentage is just over 40%, and I think he did a really good job at QPR last year, and I think they'll be more than comfortable survivors in the Championship. But look, I've got to say, Reading did a really good job. I always take a lot of abuse from QPR fans, so it was nice to get one over on QPR, especially as we won't be playing them for the rest of the year unless we come across each other in cup competitions. But yeah, that's going to be it. I thought player of the match probably was Abraham Kanu and Mbenge for me. I thought they were two really impressive players for Reading. I thought the centre-backs did a really good job. And yeah, I thought they negated a lot of QPR's attacks when they came down the middle. A lot of QPR's play did come through the wings, and they were a lot more dangerous when it came down the wings. But yeah, I thought Reading did a really good job, in my opinion, at negating any attacks through the middle. Well, that's going to be it for this video today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll see you again soon. And yeah, hopefully we'll be talking about a new owner, Rob Cohig, yesterday tweeting out that he'll be watching the game with his brand new Royals TV pass. That's going to be it for this one today. Thank you very much for watching. Takeover must be done soon. That's going to be it for this one. Thank you. Bye-bye.